if you consider yourself an amateur investigator, if you're good at doing research and you find a lot of stuff online, you might be thinking, how can I make money doing this? Well, you could become a licensed private investigator, but that's a long, drawn out process where you have to have certain licenses, experience, pass exams, and you could certainly do that. However, there's another way that you can make money with doing research online and being a sleuth online, and that's what's called whistleblower profitability. Now, you see a link on the screen. This is for a law firm. We have no association with them. We're not, advocating for them, and also, we're not trying to ride on their coattails. We don't, have any connection with this company. But it's an example of a law firm that does whistleblower cases. What does whistleblower mean? Well, if you look down here, there are federal and state whistleblower reward programs, and they list them: False Claims Act, Securities and Exchange Commission, Commodities Futures, IRS. These are all federal laws and regulations that say if some company is doing something wrong and you bring it to the attention of the federal government, if the federal government benefits from it, you get some of the money. For example, the IRS program, if you show somebody doing tax fraud and the IRS recovers that fraud, they give a percentage to the whistleblower. False Claims Act is where if somebody is defrauding the government, like they're putting Medicare fraud through, or if you're a defense contractor and you're overbilling the government, then if you turn them in and the government benefits from it, either saving money or even if they get fines from that company, you as a whistleblower can get money from it. Now, maybe a drawn out process and it may take some time, but there are these programs in mind. So, forget about this, this one particular law firm, Phillips and Cohen. I'm sure they're good. I'm sure they're legitimate. But like I said, we don't have any association with them. But do some research, read their website, read other websites about how this whistleblower program works. You may or may not need an attorney to do this. You may be able to do it by yourself, but you do want to understand the process. And many of the cases that we do are for clients that are basically amateur fraud investigators that are looking at, hey, I found this online scheme, the second one here, Securities and Exchange Commission. I found this company offering a 20% return per month. I know it's a scam. Can you look into it? And we get some evidence and give it to them, and then they'll go ahead and turn it in for the whistleblower program. And many of these clients actually make money doing this. That's how they make a living. They put in a bunch of cases, and some of them turn out well, some of them don't. But if you find yourself to be an amateur type of investigator, you may want to look into different options for monetizing that interest that you have. If you have the time and effort to put into searching for that needle in a haystack, and you can find evidence that would qualify under compensation or reward from one of the many government whistleblower programs, you can turn your hobby of investigating into a lucrative type business. You can read our website more for how to do this, but it's a good way as a side gig or a side hustle to make some money as a kind of amateur private investigator.